The next
First ever tables match, that's huge.
First time in now history.
And is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from the Netherrealm, weighing in at 180 pounds, making his now debut, Rush 180.
So do you know anything about this Rush 180 guy? This will be the first time I've personally seen him.
I know he's been trained by Xavier Mustafa. So
Oh, nice.
very reputable academy that he came from. He was showing me some of his highlight clips earlier. Very quick, very fast paced, very high flying. Does a lot of combos, kind of deal. Hails from the Netherrealm.
Well, one thing he has to keep in mind, though, so that he can keep his advantage, if he does do high flying, this is kind of a low ceiling here at the Dome.
It is.
He doesn't want to pull a Xavier Michaels and hit a beam and.
Now debut. Good reaction from the crowd so far.
That's what I love about Now That's Wrestling fans is they are very willing to accept people unless you screw them over.
The Now crowd loves a good debut.
Texas, weighing in at 300 pounds, Miguel Santos.
He has rapidly been building up his resume here in Now That's Wrestling.
He has. Miguel Santos is starting to get a little brutal streak going in him after his match with Lauren Lockhart a couple months ago.
The fans definitely are telling him what they think, and they don't think very highly of him.
I don't think he really cares, to be honest.
But yeah, and that's what I was going to mention. Like, he has talent, and even if the fans aren't behind him, he knows what he needs to do to secure the victory.
Very difference here in styles, it seems. Should be for a very interesting matchup here.
And just so everybody, if you're in the stream chat, don't be afraid to drop a line. We definitely like to.
Yep. We respond and we check out chat all the time. If you're not following, make sure you follow. If you miss any part of the show, the entire show will be up on our YouTube channel tomorrow with individual matches dropping between now and our next show as well on the channel. So make sure you guys go subscribe to the YouTube channel as well.
And we appreciate you all for doing that. All right, the match is underway, and it looks like
Miguel Santos already showing his strength here. Go behind. Big belly to back slam there.
You're right. I think Rush is going to have to rely on his quickness and his speed, and not try to outpower this man, Miguel Santos.
Goes Miguel Santos now, talking a little trash to him. I do believe Rush 180's got about 4 years under him, and Miguel Santos with about 3 or 4 of the same. So.
And Santos is from the ACW Academy, correct?
That he is. Big arm ringer there. See what Rush does to get out of this. Nice little roll. Back kip up. And reversal into his own arm ringer there on Miguel.
I don't think Santos was expecting that.
Miguel throwing the headband down, now trying to break the arm ringer there with his elbow. Into another arm ringer of his own.
That was
a bit of chain wrestling here going on.
Right, quite the inventive way to reverse the arm ringer there.
Rush has the ropes. Backflip there, wow! Back into an arm ringer of his own. I don't think Miguel can do anything fancy here to get out of these, just using his strength, it seems. Just pulling the other arm. Breaking of the elbow. Into a hammerlock, into a headlock now. Shoves him off real quick.
Oh!
Rush running into a brick wall there of Miguel Santos. Go up and over. Ooh, Rush jumping over. Into an arm drag. Wow. Starting to see that speed come out of Rush. Another arm drag.
See, here's that quickness we were talking about earlier. The quickness that he needs to use.
Shades of RVD there. I like it.
I don't think Miguel Santos knows where he is right now.
I don't either. I think he's a little getting his world rocked a little bit. Nice headstand on the buckle. Ooh, a shotgun dropkick rolling back.
Holy moly!
And 1.5 there on Miguel Santos. Before he kicked out, Miguel Santos now rolling out of the ring.
You know the level of conditioning you need to do a handstand on the top rope?
Very good core. Now Rush 180 with a dive.
Oh!
Miguel blocks it off with a big forearm there.
And from the broadcast booth, that sounded like a shotgun going off.
Clothesline to follow it up. Rush might be a little dizzy there after that big forearm. He was staggering as he walked back the rope, and Miguel just sticking with those headshots.
See, and Miguel proving what he does best at, and that's fighting. Now, don't get me wrong.
A lot of ground and pound.
Yeah, he knows some technical, as we saw at the beginning of this match, but if you want to fight Miguel, you're on the losing end.
He's ready to fight all the time. Something about that street training, he said.
Exactly. And I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to meet Miguel in a dark alley anywhere, because obviously with the skills he's showing you right now, he is just
what a toss there.
Throwing Rush around.
And Miguel talking trash to the ref. He needs to focus more on Rush 180 there. Starting a little bit to get into the Rush 180.
Oh, a stomp
on the foot and a leg sweep. Senton, but gets the knees from Miguel Santos. Knees to the back do not feel good.
Oh, no. That was quite smart, though, by Rush to stomp on his foot.
Using that agility that he has to kind of catch Miguel off guard. Oh, big body slam for his trouble. Santos up and over.
What is he doing here?
Maybe a little condition training? Cardio? Elbow drop out of all of that.
Back and forth off the ropes.
Rush 180 kicks out right at 2.
That's almost like Miguel did a Pasadena drive-by right there, back and forth.
Maybe that's what it was. Not talking to the ref. Should count faster. It should be a 3. Rush getting a couple shots off again before Miguel just with a big club to the back.
And Miguel's midsection. Oh!
Big splash. That's a lot of man running in. What's Miguel looking to do? That might have been the drive-by.
Did you see Did you see that ring move? That was a lot of force put into that maneuver.
Absolutely it was.
And now he's just picking his spots on Rush. You got to wonder what Rush needs to do to survive right now.
What's he looking to do here? Big backward splash, almost like a Vader splash. And Rush moves out of the way, though. Miguel just eating canvas. And Rush with a super kick straight to the tip of the nose. Miguel is out of it.
Is he going to fall? Is he going to fall out onto the crowd?
Miguel reversal. Rush. Miguel with a back kick of his own. Both men down.
You know, you're a former ring competitor, myself as well. When a big man like that gives you a flying hip attack, that is hard.
I did that all the time. I called it the ATM.
Oh, nice.
It was very fun.
And you know how effective it is. Feet on the ropes!
But the crowd yelling it out, and the ref actually paying attention to the crowd here. Wow, looking for that dirty finish there from Miguel Santos.
Referee Wade Wilson really had his eyes open on that one. And now Rush getting a chance for a breather. Yep, there we go.
Miguel with a missed splash. Starting a couple chop there. Fist for his trouble. Kick even. Another kick. And a big jumping back kick. Rush 180. Double knees. Meteora there in the corner.
Is this
Miguel
it?
Out.
Is this what we need?
2. Oh, Miguel kicks out at 2.
And Miguel, pardon me, Rush sitting there smiling. He's like, what do I need to do to put this big guy away? And like we said earlier, that lightning speed of his is what he needs, ladies and
For
gentlemen.
another dive. Miguel moving out of the way this time. No forearm for Rush. Just moving out of the way, but Rush outsmarts him with just an up and over there. Crowd really getting behind Rush now. Now Rush needs to pick him up and get him in the ring, which is not an easy task on its own.
Let's just hope Rush keeps up this momentum and doesn't get caught.
This is the moment Rush needs to get on him and hit him with some big move to get him down.
Big man doesn't know where he is.
Jumping clothesline from Rush. Double a couple kicks. Chops. Ooh, a nice flatliner there. That could do it. 1, 2.
Oh,
Miguel again right before 3.
that was just a hiccup, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Away from a victory for Rush.
What a combo from Rush 180. Again, this is Rush 180's debut here in Now Let's Wrestling.
And one hell of a debut so far.
It is. Rush looking to go to the top rope, possibly. He's gotta watch out for that beam there. Nice moonsault. Another kick out from Miguel.
I know what Rush is thinking. He is thinking, what in the blue hell do I have to do to get a victory?
That's what I would be thinking as well. Getting the crowd into it. Going for another flatliner, it seemed like when Miguel catches him, going for a big Uranagi slam!
Shades
That's
of
all momentum of Rush, I'm telling you. Seeing Samoa Joe there.
Right, and the problem here, though, is Santos isn't going for the victory. He's allowing Rush to recover.
I think he's sending him up again for that little splash that he does. There it is, big drop. That's a lot of weight coming off. And that is 3 for Miguel Santos, just like that. Rush 180, though, what a very impressive debut.
That is a hell of a
Miguel
debut.
Santos is very frustrated, it seems, that it was that close for him.
I'll tell you what, half of wrestling is obviously knowing how to wrestle. The other half is knowing how to connect with the fans, and Rush
Some of it's
really
just pure
did that.
strength, too.
Yeah.
Like Miguel proved. But I'm sure Rush 180 will have a bright future here now, and the crowd really seemed behind him.
And that's what I'm saying. It's disappointing that you get a loss. However, the fact that the fans have connected with him and enjoy his performance, as we see right here.
Nice support from the crowd here after Rush gets up to leave. Very good showing. Not enough good things to say about Rush 180. Next up, though, we have the match that Smash made. Best Friends Club going against Sash Dance Resolution for the Tag Team Championships in a last men standing.
That was one hell of a debut, huh?